More than 500 miners remain trapped underground in a union turf war. Who pulled the trigger in the execution of 7 men in Kwamashu? Election planning kicked off today for one of the country's most important votes next year. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton. Remember to like and subscribe.
This is Eyewitness News.
Sit-in or hostages? There are conflicting reports about what is happening at a Gold One East Modderfontein mine in Springs. More than 500 miners remain trapped underground. They've been there since Sunday in what appears to be a turf battle over union representation. The National Union of Mine Workers, which is the recognised union for the men, say they are being held against their will by Association of Mine Workers and Construction Union. Some miners are reported to have said they are willingly there to force the mine to recognise AMCU over NUM.
I cannot say much on that, but I can confirm that underground it's treacherous. It's not an easy place to stay or to live. That is why we are focusing on getting everybody out there.
The mine CEO, Jonathan Hericourt, says the men have access to water and medication, with 2 paramedics currently treating some for minor injuries. A new theme, a new logo, and dates for election registration. The wheels have started turning towards one of the most important votes in South Africa's history. The Independent Electoral Commission kicked off its 2024 national and provincial elections programme today. Voter registration will take place on the 18th and 19th of November, with a second one set to follow sometime in the new year.
That in order for the national and provincial elections in 2024 to meet the high expectations that South Africans hold at a time such as this, we will need every citizen and every resident to play their civic duty.
7 people believed to be criminals have been shot dead in Kwamashu, north of Durban. Police say the men were found under a railway bridge last night, each with gunshot wounds to the head. It's understood that the victims lived under the bridge and were involved in criminal activity. This comes a week after 5 people were killed in the province in a shootout with police that left 1 officer dead.
Police at Kwamashu received information that 7 men were attacked and shot underneath a railway bridge at the corner of Malandela Road and the M25 off-ramp. All 7 deceased were found lying next to a pillar of the railway bridge and in a straight line with gunshot wounds to the head. Police found 18 9mm spent cartridges on the crime scene. Information received from the crime scene indicated that the deceased lived underneath the bridge and were involved in criminality in that area. At this stage, the motive is suspected to be vigilantism. The case docket has been allocated to detectives from the Provincial Organised Crime Unit, and we are confident that they will be able to make a breakthrough in this matter.
The National Student Financial Aid Scheme's board has fired CEO Andile Ngongo following the entity's IT challenges and payment delays. Minister Blade Nzimande and the NSFAS board and management told Parliament's finance watchdog Scopa about delays in compiling annual financial statements. The SIU also told Scopa that it investigated serious maladministration in connection with the affairs of NSFAS and improper or unlawful conduct by officials. Investigations also identified flaws and weaknesses related to the IT system.
Just last night, the board of NSFAS took a decision to terminate the contract of the CEO on the basis and grounds of breach of our policies and breach of trust.
This long period is not in the interest of Judge Hlophe himself. It's not in the interest of justice and the public.
Frustration at the agonizingly slow pace of the impeachment matters of 2 judges with no resolution anytime soon. Western Cape High Court Judge President John Hlophe was first accused of misconduct by 2 former Constitutional Court judges in 2008. And a drunk driving incident involving Gauteng Judge Nkola Motata happened in 2007.
We need to get this done, and both of these judges have had plenty of time to set out extenuating circumstances ad nauseum
Both judges will be given until the 15th of next month to provide the committee with reasons as to why they shouldn't be impeached. A 2/3 vote of the National Assembly will ultimately be required to remove them from the bench. 2 ships have collided in the North Sea. One of them has sunk and several people are reported missing. It happened in the early hours of this morning, about 22 kilometres southwest of Helgoland, a small archipelago in the North Sea. Search and rescue teams have been dispatched to try and locate those who are missing. One of the ships, named Verity, is British-owned, whilst the second one is from the Bahamas. And that's it from me. See you for more, same time, same place, tomorrow.
Eyewitness News. In touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.